Hello survivors, I'm the SurvivalVis, and welcome back to a bit of a classic for the channel, Dinosystem. The new update has just dropped out for it just yesterday, well actually maybe a couple days ago, but regardless, new update is out, and this is a game I've always wanted to come back to cover more and more as it's been developed. Dinosystem really helped the channel out in its earliest days. Like, I think this one, for trying to build up to the first 100 subscribers, Dinosystem pulled a lot of weight for the channel, and I've always wanted to come back and keep showing it off as it would get more updates, more progress, stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that's... a fair bit of stuff that's been added. There's one big piece of content that I've been looking forward for a while, which is the Didelphodon. Now these little guys are going to fill a niche that the game has not had for itself for quite a while, which is basically just a small little animal that you can hunt easily and give you maybe some meat or pelt or something early on. I'll find out more once we actually do start a game up, and that's exactly what we'll start with. Okay, so we're going to do survival, we're not going to do autumn, we're going to start with spring, because that's going to give us the most time to actually like prep for winter to come along. We'll get a nice big chunk of land. Maybe we'll keep 50% there, 50% there. I do want to boost the fertility up. Detailed, custom. Okay, what do I want to name this? Let's just do something simple. Dinovis. Sure, why not? And yeah, landmarks, we're going to leave just auto-generated in that, so everything looks good, so we'll let the map kind of get generated. And the first episode is probably just going to be covering the tutorial again, because it's been a while since we've had the last update of the game. I know because of the pandemic, a lot of stuff has definitely been thrown out of whack, my own life included. So there's some things that you can understandably going to have to go through quite a bit of catch-up to get done and just processed along. And yeah, Dinosystem has been one of those games I've definitely enjoyed. Like, I really enjoyed the ones you get your teeth into it more. I can understand the first attempts or two can be a bit frustrating as you're not quite sure what to do or how to do it. But once you actually get yourself a little bit more kind of acclimated to the game, its systems, and how it kind of plays, there's a lot you can actually sort of do with it. There's actually stuff I still haven't even actually tried doing with it, like the dinosaur taming is one thing. I think a few other things as well. But the big focus I have here is just seeing how it is with these new, like, the Didelphodons on the map, or in the game. Because of them filling the niche that we haven't had before, I'm hoping it's going to give us a bit easier to survive because there's another resource you can make use of, but it's also just going to be nice to have more wildlife on the map than what we've had. Because we've only had the Trikes, the Stegos, the Troodons, the Rexes, and I think that's basically been it, just those 4 animals. So the small herbivore niche that the Didelphodon will kind of fill up will definitely be a very appreciated thing. Sign nickname, inspected animal. Oh, that's right, I remember early in the series we were actually doing stuff like naming landmarks or naming dinosaurs or bringing you guys in for a lot of stuff to actually like be a part of the series. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I guess we'll go with blonde. I don't think I need... Let's just do something simple like 40 there. Skin tone. Maybe we'll just do that. All that. Probably leave the same just because I don't know. And here, I'm trying to think if there's anything... Okay, I thought there was almost like... Oh, 0.0. Yeah, so basically, we'll leave everything kind of as it is. Difficulty normal to start. What difficulties are there? Normal, realistic, ooh, I don't think I'll do roguelike, because that'll be kind of hard. Yeah, I think we'll just do normal difficulty there. And we'll just hop into day 1 here. So yeah, it's a top-down survival game, which is something that you don't see too often. Welcome Dinosystem, pause there. Okay, yeah, enter continue. Okay, it just escaped from the menu. Dinosystem is a complex survival game where players immerse in emergent ecosystem simulation. The game is open-ended, no story-specific objective to achieve, you set your own goals. So it's like, you want to survive this long, you want to take one of these down, etc. Everything you do has an impact on the island ecology. If you kill all animals of a species, it will become extinct, the ecosystem would alter or even collapse. That's the thing, is it's basically a finite number to the map. Unless the dinosaurs and animals actually reproduce and keep the population alive, they just don't spawn in. Everything spawns at the very start, and it goes from that. Okay, yeah, so mouse wheel zoom in and out, that's no problem there. I'm trying to remember, what is aim mode? Is that Alt to do it? Yeah, Alt is, okay. Yeah, there we go, and then just that there. Then the interface, everything's kind of down your bottom here. It shows you stuff like your exposure, muscle soreness. Actually, let me pause this while we go through health, stamina, calorie intake, hydration. It actually looks like stomach got maybe a texture difference to kind of show. Another thing that I used to do was actually overeat a little bit, and then that way it might slow you down, but it still registers as being okay. Now they actually introduced a system to penalize you with it, which I do like, because that means you can't really, like, exploit it anymore. Yeah, so that's interface there. That one shows your... Is that your soreness? Yeah. Yeah, soreness is something I definitely encountered a lot in the game, and you're probably going to run into it as quite a barrier, too. And strength kind of, I think, kind of determines how well you're able to do stuff, or just how strong you are to do it. Temperature indicator. That's another thing as a temperature I'll have to see, because I know... certain times playing, the temperature can be pretty harsh with you. There are times where it can be up like over 40 Celsius, and other times it's definitely below freezing. They're still probably going to have those extremes, but I don't know how they've been like kind of brought in line, or if they have it all. Well, again, there's a lot just to find out by playing, really. Stomach over there, and advance the stuff with tab there, movement. That's pretty straightforward. Find and reach a stone. Yes, pick up, just drop. Right click, that lets me sharpen or break. If you hold X, that does give you, like, conditions of it. Okay, yeah, and just drag it around. That's basically an easy way to do stuff. I don't remember, is it E or... Okay, I just drag it over, that opens that. I thought there was also a quick menu, too. Okay, that's done. On to the left hand. And then just Z to drop. Okay, then E is just a small attack. Shrinking red bar. That's basically delay for when you can attack again. Alright, there's also... This is also something I gotta try to... Oh, I guess I gotta... Okay, it says no range weapon. Oh! Okay, so maybe in that hand... Oh, nope. There we go. Okay, it has to be in the left hand to actually throw it. And then you could also just attack with mouse. This is something too. And then Z changes you in and out of the stance, that way you can just kind of go back and forth. Okay. Okay, la-da-da. This is all just kind of simple stuff. Yeah, G is the menu. Actually, I think the menu got a little bit of coloring added to it. Yeah, there's everything there. That is very familiar for me to see. Ooh, my bad. And yeah, okay, tutorial's over. Let's start doing a little bit of investigation. Okay. Oh, wow. I thought I forgot some of the keybinds, but all of a sudden I just remembered, oh, F is that. Okay, so let's see. We got a little bit of water here, so we might as well start with getting that. Might as well collect a few branches. I think the big thing is going to be figure out where we want to build our shelter up first. Okay, oh, we got a mountain here. I do see a mushroom there, but I might leave that for now. Okay, we actually might have some interesting spots to start with. There's one thing I normally would suggest doing is trying to find either, like, rocks that are piled up together that you can kind of make yourself... Oh, okay, well, see, that's a boulder... Oh, actually, maybe down here would be a good spot. There's a bit of a pond there. No, a mountain's in the way there. There's one there. Oh, actually, I think that might be our first Idelphodon den. So what I may do is actually start with this little area here, and the reason being there's the two edges here, and if I want to build, like, the walls out, it won't be too bad to actually get that going. Oh, yeah, just the birds. Okay, so let's start with just getting a bunch of branches. Yeah, and then gathering has had a little bit of an overhaul from when the game last sort of had its thing. So you actually have percentage chance that will gradually go up. And then, oh, I actually do see a trike down there too. Yeah, so you can see that it will drop down once you find something, but it'll continually go up as you keep searching. And yeah, conditions of these are pretty good. Okay, so let's start moving the branches. A good pile can be over here, just because if you're going to start crafting, you'll definitely want to start with the best materials. So the bad branches that we have gotten, I'll try to keep them separated. Although it seems like that's just really the only one. And let's find some large stones now. The big thing is definitely getting yourself the fire pit set up early, and then just trying to figure out like a little corner for yourself or area to get the rest on its way. And as you do continue doing tasks, you do actually have like these skill points, which you can see here, and we almost have a leveling up and gathering. Now, one thing I was wondering is if they should be up to all the way to level 100, or they should just be more like to level 10, and they slowly go up accordingly. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. It's just feels like going from level 10 up to 100 is pretty daunting as like steps to slowly go through. Not to say you ever will get a skill up to 100, but it's something where you will slowly, as the skill does go up, you'll get higher chances to find stuff, or it'll become easier to do, stuff like that. Yeah, the big thing I'm going for is just to get a lot of stones, because with those, I can then make the fire pit first. We'll probably keep this tree here for now. I want to build the wall basically to kind of make this a corner area. That way I have the mountains to protect us, and then anything we can easily see more, what would be possible threats. I do usually like starting with an area that has... Normally I'd like to go for something with, like, more water to it than just a little pond like that, but I might be able to expand that just with the shovel, whenever I do make that. Okay, there we go, fire pit, yeah, 10 of any size, so you know what, we'll put it right here, so that way it is protected by the tree. And our soreness, okay, thankfully it's actually not that high. I think it might be because we're more on normal difficulty, it doesn't quite rise up too quickly. So there's our fire pit done. So we can put the branch in. I will take that little leaf here, because we can use that for more fire material too. And okay, these are the trees I want. The Taxus trees are going to be your best friend for, like, spring and summer. Reason being is you can try getting berries from them. It is a low chance that I was going to say slowly increases, but that's a very slow increase of maybe 1% per search. Now, I do want to be careful of the trikes because they won't like go after you unless you provoke them, but during their mating season, they are a little bit more ornery against you, so they will chase after you and try to hurt you if you get too close. There we go. Okay, so there's a little bit of food to keep us going there. Yeah, stamina is going down a little bit, but what I think I'll do is try to get some more stones. Try maybe get 4 of each size. So 3 more of these big ones, and I'll get 4 of the small ones. I should be able to get another one without too much trouble. Yeah, slightly sheltered from the wind, which is nice to get right early on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And it does seem like we're going to get rain coming down. So there's one small one. Oh, there's another gathering skill up. Again, gathering is one that goes up very steadily all on its own. You don't really have to do or work too hard at it. As long as you just keep doing it, it'll go up. It's more things like the digging skill with the shovel. Fishing is one that does take a while to go up as well. I'd probably say if you did want to give yourself like a few extra stats to make some things easier, like the gathering or that, I'll just try to... Man, this is actually getting hard to... There we go. Like, looking here, I'd probably say you could take off stuff from your zoology. Like, you can probably get a couple of points back from that and then put them somewhere else. Fishing, I wouldn't recommend going down with, because that is still another good way to get meat early on when you're not exactly able to hunt that much, or there's not really carcasses laying around to make the most use of. I guess I actually got 5 small stones. Okay. So I got those, so let me try to find... Okay, that one has 100 out of 100, and that one should be good there. So if we take you there... Yeah, we can turn that into a sharp stone, hopefully. And then it's basically flint napping or turning the stones into actually being able to use them for tools and stuff. Yeah, so... Does take a little while, but it is going pretty smoothly. The soreness is something... Yeah, shoot. I hate when that happens. You can go all the way and then the stone breaks on you through it. Okay, well, there's a 93%. So let's keep trying. Thankfully, the other stone actually keeps its progress. There we go. So we got 1 small sharp stone. I'll probably try making another... And basically think of this almost like a utility knife to start with. It's basically a sharp little rock that you could use to cut or clean or... Well, actually, we'll probably use it for the branches there to try to get them into sticks to use. There we go. That's our second one done, so we'll probably leave those for now. Trying to remember, what is rotate? O/O. Maybe that's something that the keybind didn't quite actually get saved, but either way. Yeah, here we go. Clean these into some sticks, and that actually preps us to be able to see what we can make using them. So there's 1 stick done. Clean that one off as well. Look at that one. Probably should not have those in the rain, so I might even move those to the other side of the fire pit just to keep. And I don't think a fire is too vital. Maybe not in the moment, but you can definitely see, like, there's a lot of things that affect your temperature. Ambient air, air humidity, insulation, how wet you are, the wind, etc. So sometimes it is hard to get to sleep. Actually, let me see. Can I go into settings and do something about rotation? E. You know what? Let me see. Maybe I'll actually do that one as E and that is R. Because I see Q is over there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you know what? Put all the branches over here so that we were a little bit more out of the rain. I don't know if I'll actually be able to... Yeah, because it's 0 right now, so we're not actually going to be able to sleep. If it's at freezing temperature, you're not going to be able to sleep. But I can at least see... Okay, yeah, stick I could use, but that's what I've been doing. The sword is one I could try making, because that wouldn't actually be bad to have if I want to... Sword or spear? Might actually go with the spear first. Actually, you know what? Let me drag this out of my crafting range so I don't use that first, because that one doesn't have as much condition to it. I'm going to make the spear first, because if the Didelphodon are down at that little, like, nest area I spotted, I might be able to just go snag one, and there's some easy meat to help get our calorie intake steady. One thing you really have to manage is how much you truly do hunt, because otherwise, you can get yourself into some bad situations where food is seriously lacking. And we'll try sharpening that up. Get a couple of these, and then I should be able to make a hatchet as well, and that... Oh, darn it. Okay, grab another one. This is why it doesn't hurt to get a lot of stones and stockpile them up for yourself. You'll probably go through quite a few of them as you craft. We'll get that one shaped up and try to get the hatchet made. Yes, there's one. See if I can get a second one ready. And as for this returning as the series, I was debating to do this one or the Hunter Primal, but my problem with the Hunter Primal is a couple of things. The first one is that it does take a while to actually do the episodes and upload them, because it's basically the same, let me see if I can even just sharpen this one with the small stone. Yeah, I can. Because of the time it takes for the uploads with the Hunter Classic, that basically is... I'm lucky if I can squeeze 2 of those episodes uploaded in a day, because they take so long to actually go up. Okay, there are the sharp stones, and there's the hatchet. So that's basically a nice goal to have done for this first episode, but that was reason 1 for not continuing with Hunter Primal. The second reason is because you guys can't really, like, go and buy it or pick it up, I'm a little torn on if I should cover it, just so that way it is something people get the exposure to. But it's also a case of, well, you guys can't really try it yourselves, so it's... kind of feels weird to be able to do that in a way. Like, I can and show it off, but if people did want to, they have no means to. So it's a little bit weird like that, but what I'm going to do is probably just save here, and we'll end this first episode of Dinosystem right here. So, thank you guys for joining me on this first episode of the returning series. I'm hoping maybe I'll see some names from way, way back at the channel's very start, which was over 2.5 years ago now, so I'm wondering how many of you guys might actually still be around since the Dinosystem days, but it's another dinosaur game. I think there's a good audience for any dinosaur games in general, and I am always happy to come back to a nice indie game like this and show it off and give it more publicity for what it deserves. So thank you guys, as always, for joining me on this episode. If you do have anything like comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave it all in the comments right down below. I try to respond to any feedback or questions as soon as I can when they come up on the channel or on a video. Until I see you in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive.